What's up, world? It is Action Fredo.
It's your boy lcyaheard, and we got a special guest with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know where you are, where you're from.
Hi, my name is Cheryl. I'm in North Carolina.
Okay. So we want to know. Tell us about your K-pop journey. How did K-pop find you, or how did you find K-pop? Give us the details.
So it was May 2018. I hadn't watched the BBMAs in several years, but I heard Janet Jackson was going to be on, so had to watch it, right? Because I love me some Janet. Anyway, unfortunately, one of my children decided they were going to thwart my plans, and I had to go pick one up while Janet came on. So when I came back, I was not altogether pleased that I missed her, but it was like, okay, fine. And then they were talking about BTS, and the crowd was going nuts. Like the whole place was just, it exploded. I'm like, seriously, what is this all about? And I'm like, okay, you got my attention. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to watch this and make my opinion, from there. I watched them perform Fake Love.
Ooh, okay. That's one of my favorites for
and yeah, I went down the rabbit hole from there.
Perfectly understandable.
I was very intrigued by their performance style. Their music was really, really good. The singing was really good. So I was like, all right, so let's check some more stuff out. And it just kind of spiraled downhill from there.
Wow.
In a good way.
Oh, we know. Trust me.
What were some of the things? What were some of the things outside of music did you like about them?
Outside of their music, you kind of get to know them because there's so much content online. I'm sure I haven't seen everything. They're really humble. They're very funny, and they have very beautiful and loving souls, for lack of a better, they don't say anything mean about anybody, and they try really hard to set an example. As what a good human being is. And, I'm a little older, so it's really hard for me to, I don't know. The world seems to be a lot meaner. You got a bunch of people behind keyboards with cameras, and they'll just say whatever because there's no consequence because, people don't care if they hurt your feelings, really.
Right. Yeah.
Because they're not saying it to your face. So it's just in a world full of, hate and whatever is going on in the last couple of years, I was looking for something that made me feel better about myself and better about life in general. And they just did it for me.
Amen.
And,
that's
that
is very,
it's all great. It's great.
Yeah, that is understandable and very respectable. Now, what made you choose this song in particular?
Yeah.
So I know you've said that they're pretty versatile and you've heard a lot of different genres. Listen to my voice crack. What the heck? Anyway.
Ours does too.
So this one's kind of a different vibe than anything else you've ever heard before. And I actually didn't find this song until I had been, quote unquote, an army, if you will, for about a year. Okay. And I'm not sure how I missed it. So I think you might like it.
Okay.
So
awesome.
I'm getting underrated vibes. It might be an underrated song.
Those are the ones that I seek out. Those are gold to me.
They have really, really good B-side tracks. They do.
Nice.
We've really been digging the B-sides, as you can tell, because you said you watch us every night. Man, and we love music videos, don't get me wrong, but the way that these B-sides have been hitting, I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm like, it's all good.
We ready?
Yeah, it's really, really. I'm ready.
All right.
Let's do it. I don't think this can be underrated. It has 24 million views on the color.
She's trying to rope us in, bro.
All right, without any further ado, this is House of Cards.
We'll bring you back on screen, don't worry. We might have to put her up at the top so we can see the lyrics. Ooh, I like the strings.
Yeah.
The cello.
수가
Ooh,
I
that's
love his
okay.
voice.
Bro, these lyrics are slapping.
This is easily one of my favorites already.
Ooh. Should we pause now before it gets any further? I want to talk.
All right.
Because for once in a long time, I feel like I'm finally right. Because if you look at our journey early on, I was trying to guess the title of the song to what the lyrics are going to say or how the song's going to be going. But in my head, I was like, House of Cards. I was like, that just seems like something that's unstable. It could fall apart. Like anytime I've made a House of Cards, it just falls over. And I'm reading these lyrics like,
Right.
ooh, what do you think about the lyrics? I want to get your perspective.
I agree with you. It's about like a relationship kind of that falls apart, and it could be any type of relationship, really.
Yes.
And it's really soulful, and like you can feel the emotion in it. The live version is a little different, still good, but you can see the emotion in their face. It's just a really well written song. They're
Absolutely.
very good at
Fredo, what you thinking?
lyrics.
Not only is it well written, it's well composed. Like it sounds like an orchestra with the. Would you say is it cello?
I guess the cello, because it's the deeper strings that I'm hearing, so I'm assuming it's the cello.
Yeah, it's well arranged, and the harmonies in between each one are just flowing together. Like
their voices sound really good on this too together.
I'm going to go back a lot.
Yeah, we like to go back. It's all good.
Let's go back some.
That's fine.
I like V's voice.
Yeah, V is it for me so far. But someone can prove themselves to me today. You never know. I'll change up. I'm already placing it in a playlist.
Ooh, what playlist?
I don't know, but it's something. Who's riffing in the back? Who's that in the background? You know?
I believe that's JK.
Okay, I'm starting to. Is it Jimin?
Yep.
Okay, he's trying to put a stamp on me. I'm still Team V.
Ooh, the vocals.
Jimin, bro, I'm telling you. He's back there tearing it up. Ooh.
Wow.
Bravo.
The versatility is expanding for us. I didn't know they could do this.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is fire.
It's a really good song.
Amazing. I need to know who's your favorite singer out of these four. If you can even
Favorite singer. Like, that's so totally unfair. I'm like, I think you asked me what my favorite BTS song was once, and I was like, yeah, I gave you like 5 different reasons why this one was better than that one, and different reasons. And I was like, that's so unfair. Okay, so I don't know if I can give you a favorite because JK or Jungkook is very fluid, very solid, beautiful voice. V has a very soulful, deep, smooth, soothing voice. You should hear some of his other stuff. I should hook you up on some of his other stuff. Jimin has a very light and airy voice. The way he sings, he has a very unique sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Jin, who didn't know how to sing at all or dance, and they just picked him off the street and said, "Hey, you're pretty, come with us," and taught him how to do everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you go wrong?
That's V,
with any
correct?
of them.
No, that's
Jin.
Jin
was the one picked up off the street.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
V was the one in the competition. He went to
he went with a friend.
Yeah, he went
to
with
support
a friend.
Yeah, and he ended up being picked.
V for victory, man.
Crazy.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I like their story. Their story is the most compelling story that we've heard so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really is.
I think part of the appeal to them is that, the way the K-pop system works, there's always like the big three companies, and anytime they put out a group, their groups did well. So the smaller companies didn't really have, the money or the resources to do well. And BTS is like an underdog kind of story. It took them years to get where they are today. That didn't happen overnight.
Right.
And it definitely wasn't easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm team underdog.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. Man.
But I love other groups too. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure. What are some of the other groups that you like, or some of the other songs that you're feeling right now?
Well, ATEEZ is about to have a comeback, and their teasers are killing me. So I'm not really sure what that's going to be like.
I like them a lot. I really do. I'm still banging like the original ones that we heard from them, like the Say My Name. Like I'll get in the car and blast that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And thank God my children, who are actually grown, but we have the same love, so it helps.
Cool.
Nice.
That's always cool to see.
It's very helpful. SHINee's new comeback, surprisingly, was very, very good. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. They're always good, but
yeah.
We got a little
The new
sample
song.
of it last night. We got one song.
We got a sample off of their album. DJ Tezzy just threw it in the mix, and we heard it for the
haven't
first time.
listened.
I was under the impression that SHINee was no more. I didn't know that they were going to come back.
I didn't either. I thought they were no more too, because they're in their 30s or close to it, and unfortunately they had a that unfortunate circumstance that happened a couple years ago, and I had never even paid attention to them, just other than I know their old stuff and whatever, but I had never knew they were still a thing.
Yeah.
Who knew? I don't know. I like a lot of different groups.
That's good. That's good to hear.
That's good.
It's good to hear because there's so much good music out there, and I just don't like when I hear people limiting themselves to certain bands.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's really fair to the genre. I mean, you can like BTS, and I'll stand BTS, and I know that there are some armies that don't like the multis, and that's fine. You cannot like me. I don't care. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but I'm going to enjoy a genre that brings a smile to my face. Life is so difficult. Everything is stressful. If I can put on some music, usually my car is pulling into work. It's vibrating because people are like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think you want to know."
I got two really good questions for you that I'm gonna try and remember to start asking everyone. What were you listening to before K-pop? Is my first question.
The Weekend, top 40 radio, whatever they put out.
Okay.
Nice.
I've tried to stay current. I don't know. I love music. I've always been a music person. Grew up in the 80s, so it's got a lot of
good music.
Different types of music.
Yeah. My second question is, how did you find us? Was it through our first video? Was it like halfway through the journey? I'm so curious to know.
I think it was halfway through the journey. It had to have been, because you started out with NCT, and somehow I'm just perusing YouTube, and you came up, and I'm not sure what it was that you guys were listening to. Usually I watch BTS videos first, I'm not sure that that's what it was. I can't really remember, but it was midway through because I went back and watched your other videos, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got it.
So when you went back, did
So-
you go to the first one, or did you kind of just skim through and pick the ones that you like, the songs you could recognize?
So I skimmed through and picked through the songs that I liked. Now,
Okay.
I know a lot of K-pop songs. I don't like every single one of them.
Yeah.
So, hey, I'm human, whatever.
Right.
So, I listen to the ones that I like. I like NCT, Johnny and Mark are hilarious.
Yeah, they're funny. We did
Yeah.
a guide and like we were in here cracking up at them. I was like, bro, we wish that they could come to the studio. Like they're actually funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very, very funny. And they've been, to the US, before all of this happened. I didn't get a chance to see them, but
Yeah.
I would want to. I like watching, like your first reaction to Pentagon. My daughter is a huge Pentagon fan, and she loves that song that you guys didn't really feel.
We're sorry, but we're gonna keep it real.
Yeah. We ended
that's
up
fine.
loving the next one.
Yeah, that was really good. You did what, Dr. Baby? You need to
Yeah.
do the one before that, which name is escaping me.
Pentagon. Basquiat.
Yeah,
That's
Basquiat.
that's the one you
That's
didn't
the one that
really
we were like,
feel.
Yeah.
It just threw us off. But
Yeah, it's a little different. I mean, the visuals didn't really play well with the song, like you were saying,
had me focused,
which
too
makes
hard.
sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just you're going to have to kind of work your way through a lot of stuff. I'm not a huge girl group fan because I think they're somewhat too cutesy. I don't know. I'm not into cutesy girls.
Uh-oh.
I happen to be.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, totally different reason.
Right.
but I understand what you're saying. It's kind of like they kind of doll them up, and it's kind of like
Yeah.
It's like they're
Put them in
on
little
for show.
girl outfits.
Yeah.
There's only been a
Yeah,
couple.
so I like
girl group
Dreamcatcher.
tracks I like. Oh yeah,
Dreamcatcher.
There was a good one
Yeah.
from Dreamcatcher. It's jogging my memory right now too.
They had the more
Yeah,
rock
and they're-
style.
Yeah, absolutely more rock style, but they're probably the best girl dancers in the business right now.
Ooh, did not
Yeah.
know
I'm
that.
gonna go with that.
See, stuff like that
That
makes me
is-
want to go back and pay attention because sometimes we take this on so fast that until we talk to
Yeah.
someone like you who has time on you got your own time to actually study more, I'll go back and be like, oh, let me go pay attention to the choreo now, and I'll start to notice those
need-
things.
They're very, very, their choreo is no joke. And the best boy groups that dance all start with A.
A,
We all-
T?
Best dancers. ATs, Ace, and Astro.
We
Okay.
we haven't seen Astro. We've only done one Ace track, and that was Goblin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yep.
These are my opinions. Don't let anyone come at me. So,
Oh,
yeah.
trust me. Hey,
Right.
you're safe with us, and we're ignoring anybody coming at anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, speak your truth, speak your piece. So, do you?
It is my truth.
Right. Do you want to shout yourself out, like maybe on your social medias, or if you have a business or anything that any way that we can share our audience with you?
Well, I'll tell you what. I won't do that
Okay.
because of my job, but
Okay.
I will, because of my job, say, please,
Mm-hmm.
everybody wear a mask because I want my life back, and I am holding 2 tickets to a BTS concert and 1 ticket to an ATEEZ concert, and I really would want to go.
Okay.
Got you.
Public service announcement. Social distance.
Public service announcement.
I think me and him are like 4 feet apart, but we got to stay in the lens. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all have been together. You probably know.
yeah, we
you're
hug
good,
every
you're
day
good.
we leave. We just hug and we get close. I'm just joking. That's jokes. Don't nobody take that
Hey.
serious.
Oh my God, it's nothing wrong with hugging him
Right,
or
right.
each other.
Okay, man.
Hugs are hugs.
I'll give the guy in the rainbow sweatshirt a hug.
All right, I am sitting here in the rainbow talking about. Yeah.
No, we
Cool.
want
I like
really,
your sweatshirt, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice. I
Thank
like
you.
it too. We really want to thank you for the support, and
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that you said that we didn't like your daughter's one of your daughter's favorites, and you're still right here on screen with us. And it seems like maturity is kind of been hard to find nowadays. But thank you.
Yes.
Well,
it's a breath of fresh air.
I'm of the mature age, really, so I have learned to filter out all the. I was a hothead when in my 20s. I was very much not. Let's just say very reactive to everything. Now I'm just, you know what? I don't get upset about things I can't control. So keep it moving.
Big facts. Big facts.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all of our Patreon members, our Discord members.
Yep.
YouTube.
Yep.
Likers, viewers. Thank you guys. You guys make this journey possible and keep us motivated. And we want to keep the content coming for you guys.
That's right. So until next time. Well, you go first. You're alphabetically.
It's action. Fredo.
It's your boy lcyaheard and
Cheryl, bye.
see ya.
And when you come up, stay there. You heard?